Hey, everybody, this is Brandon.
And I'm Kevin.
And this is another episode of Sips, Riffs, and Flix. And we are super duper 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 excited to bring you this episode because we're going to talk about a little something here that just came out this... I don't want to say it because I don't know when we're releasing this.
Yeah. Came out a year ago.
Came out here recently.
It did come out for this moment in time. We don't know when you're going to see this, but for this moment in time, it's brand new.
It is brand new. Okay. Even though, it's brand new.
Yeah.
And this is the first song on this little EP that he released because this man, Morgan Wallen, his double album, Dangerous, has, how many records has it broken? All of them?
I don't think there's a record that ain't been broke. I mean, for real, I think he has broke every record.
Because I think he broke Michael Jackson's record of being in like the American Billboard's top 50 for the most consecutive weeks in a row.
He did, and there was some record that Garth Brooks held that I think he demolished.
And his album is still selling in the top. I don't know. I'm going to make this up, but top 10 or 20.
It's got
country albums.
But I mean, let's be honest. It's a double album. Yes. So let's say at a minimum there's 24 or 25 songs.
Which is, there's more than that, but yeah.
There are more, but that's at the minimum. I swear to you, every song on there could be a single and be on the radio except for maybe one or two. And I can't even think at the moment what one or two I wouldn't put on the radio.
Yeah, I can't think of it either. And so I was a Morgan Wallen fan. I can't remember who actually turned me on to Morgan Wallen. I don't think it was you. I think it was probably maybe Sarah Wall.
I don't remember. I sent you some stuff, but I think you had heard him by that point, though.
But when we went and saw him back in March at Bridgestone Arena and Hardy opened up for him, it was a whole nother world.
Don't you talk about Hardy.
Dude, it was life-changing. It was a life-changing experience as far as, like, I don't know if you want to call it modern-day country or whatever it is.
Y'alternative.
I'm sorry? Did you just hit me with something new?
Y'alternative.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's called Y'alternative.
Well, good, because I would love to talk to them two yahoos, because I feel like, number one, they're very relatable.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And I feel like there's a lot of questions that probably I know you have and I have that I know we know the answers to, but I just need to know. And it's nothing groundbreaking, but it's more along the lines of like what I want to know for sure, like their influence. Because honestly, I've not really listened to any interviews with Hardy or Morgan Wallen. Because do people even do interviews anymore?
They do. I've seen a couple early on with Hardy back when he was still more writing songs for other people. I saw a few early interviews with him. I've not seen any lately. So the first song, my cousin Joel is who told me about Morgan Wallen. And he sent me the song Little Rain. Is that what it's called? I could use a little rain beating on the window pane. That song was the first Morgan Wallen song that I had heard, and I really liked it. So I was like, hey, I'll give this guy a try. Well, then the next song I heard was Whiskey Glasses, and I absolutely hate that song.
Do you really?
I've hated that song since the first time I ever heard it, and I hate it to this day.
Well, that's kind of like his most popular song. That part I don't understand, but I love the song. Just the metaphor of whiskey glasses, because I understand lining up the whiskey glasses.
Yeah.
But I've also been at the bar at the end of the night, made some bad decisions because of the whiskey glasses I was wearing.
No, I get it. The song itself is relatable, like you said, but I don't like it. I never liked that song.
So I don't know if this is good parenting or bad parenting, but my kids know Morgan Wallen and Hardy songs.
The best ever is your son. Brandon's son will walk around and say, I woke up in my boots this morning.
He will. And you know what his newest favorite song is?
What?
Jack.
Oh, God.
From Hardy.
Yeah.
Like, that is the most So we're at Disney, right? And I've got my phone in there sitting in some like little dish trying to echo while he's taking a shower. And he's like, Daddy, can I listen to Jack? And I'm like, well, it's not the most age appropriate song, son, considering what he's talking about. But yeah. But like he's sitting there singing the song, right? And my daughter doesn't ever say anything, but we're riding to school and I look back in the rearview mirror and she's mouthing all the words. But she won't say that she likes it or wants to hear it.
Right.
You know,
but
what
she
is
knows
it? It says,
it.
I ain't the devil. Yeah, there's that verse or lyric in there. And Dempsey's back there like this, I ain't the devil. Don't listen to your mama. I ain't the devil. Yeah. And he's like, don't listen to you. And I'm like, I don't know if you should be doing that. I don't think I'm going to be winning any awards. But although we are exposing them to good music.
Yeah.
So they'll hear something if I'm playing like rambling on shuffling through music or whatnot.
Yeah.
They can pick out Morgan Wallen songs and ask if it's Hardy. So they're like, is that Hardy? Is that Morgan Wallen? So,
You know, we've done an episode on Hardy.
We did.
Have we done one on Morgan Wallen? I know we've mentioned Morgan Wallen because you know my thought about Morgan Wallen. I've shared it on the show.
Maybe.
About maybe when he
puts a dip in?
Maybe when he records his dialect changes a little bit, maybe.
I mean, maybe.
So, you remember. So,
yeah.
So I feel like when he's sitting with his friends,
yeah,
he's just talking normal. Like, hey, guys, maybe we'll record a few songs. Maybe we'll have a couple drinks, whatever.
Whatever.
And it's like they hear it record, and I feel like he puts a dip in. He's like, hey, y'all, I'm Morgan
Wallen.
I'm going to burn the bar down.
I'm gonna burn the bar down. I don't know, but I do.
And maybe it's him. I don't know.
It could be, but I definitely think the way he speaks and the way he sings is different. But
true.
I like the way that he sings. Like if I don't know nothing about nothing when it comes to singing and voices and like who can carry perfect notes.
Right.
But there's something about his voice that is imperfect, but that's what I like about it.
Yeah, no, he's good.
And
I'm not saying I don't like him because I do. He's good. And
he's great, and his live shows are fantastic.
And you always say like every time something comes out, you're like, he don't write a bad song.
I'm telling you right now, that Joker, he could sing like Everybody Poops book and put it on an album. And it's going to be a hit.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's just him, if it's his songwriting along with him and Ernest and Hardy and whoever else does that stuff. But, man, he does a great job of trying or of picking the songs that go on an album. Because they got to write some shit songs.
Yeah.
Not everything's magic. But as an artist, I would imagine it would be hard, especially if I wrote a song. If I was like, I really like this song, I really think this is going to be a hit.
Yeah.
And then everybody tells you it's just crap.
Yeah.
But you got to go, no, this is really good. So there's got to be this yin and yang of, okay, I love this song for reason A, B, and C.
Right.
But everybody's telling me this is crap. I just wonder, like, how hard is that to put a song on an album or not put a song on an album? And then it makes me wonder how many great songs are not put on an album because people listen to somebody else and didn't go with their gut.
And I think that's a good point. So I think that it's a perfect storm, right? So I think you have this team of songwriters that have right now it's just they're hot, they're on fire, they've figured out the formula. The voices are good. It's just like everything fits. But I do think there's a big part of it is they know what to pick, and we're hearing what they know that we're going to like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think they're taking a lot of chances. You know what I'm saying?
So I do, but in a way, I'm going to disagree with you for a moment on this new Morgan Wallen EP that he released as 3 songs. Mm-hmm. Because if you listen to all the other stuff that he's played or released, and then you listen to these 3 songs, to me, and I could totally be wrong, by no means am I a music guru or critic, but it sounds like what these 3 songs are. They're cleaner. They're a bit more produced.
They are.
They're a bit more crisp.
They are.
And it's more of a... Like you want to line dance for that song that he's playing.
I was line dancing earlier.
One thing what's it called? One thing.
One thing at a time.
One thing at a time. So it's not poppy, and please, I'm not trying to say that.
I think it is poppy.
You think it is
I do,
poppy?
yeah.
Okay. Well, so I'm interested to see what he comes out with. After, because Dangerous. I mean, how are you going to top that? You can't. So it's almost like he's got to go a little different direction of this cleaner, more not produced, but it's almost like it's sharper. And I don't know if that's the right way to describe it or not.
No, I think that's good. I think that's a good description.
But like that ting 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 ting
Yeah.
ting ting ting
Yeah.
ting
Yeah.
ting ting ting. Kevin loves it.
Line dance.
That's right.
I do love
I'm
it.
in the bar down. God, a mosey.
And I just see cowboy boots. I mean, if they play that at Coyote Joe's Friday night when I'm there, I'm making up a line dance on the spot.
You know who he needs to be dancing that thing? It's the guy who does the whole...
Oh,
the clogging guy who's... Yeah.
He
I don't want to burn my clogs down.
But no, I agree. I think so far,
Yeah.
these ones that we've heard,
Yep.
the first three or whatever, I think they sound more poppy and mainstream and purposeful for the masses.
And it could be, but my good golly whoppers. I mean, if he broadened his horizons even more, I mean, he could end up being the male version of, I can't stand her, but Taylor Swift. Because she went to country and then she's totally pop. She don't even have anything country at all anymore. And I by no means do I ever think he's going to do that. But I can also understand. But I think, again, okay, I'm just going to say it.
Put it all out there.
I think Morgan Wallen and I think Hardy are influenced by when we grew up into 90s rock and roll, early 2000s new metal, heavy metal. Now, that doesn't come through in these three songs here on Morgan's LP that he just EP that he just released. But in regards to Hardy, you can't tell me, especially in his new stuff where there's more rock, that you can't hear a Korn, Limp Bizkit, Kid Rock, Puddle of Mud, which we know did Blurry, but there is that hard influence in there. And this is what I want to ask the man. I just want you to tell me if I'm right or wrong, because I'm listening to it and I hear it. I hear guitar strumming. I hear synthesizer. I hear something in there, and it makes me feel good because that's when I grew up, and that's what we listened to when we were that age, and we're older than him.
True. So, when we went to Coyote Joe's last year to see him, and I had no clue at this point that he had covered Blurry by Puddle of Mud. So he, it's in between songs or whatever, and he was like, I'm going to release this next week. You might be familiar with it. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and play it. We hadn't done it live. And that first chord truck, and I was already standing up, but I felt like I stood up taller. I was like, I mean, it was crazy. But now these new songs, I think it's very apparent.
So I think so, and I think really and truly, if he ever wanted to cross over and have a hard rock or whatever genre they want to put it in album, he could definitely pull it off.
Oh, yeah.
Easily pull it off. But I mean, he's a country guy. But I'm just telling you right now, I would not be mad at him if he actually made a rock album, because I think it would be great.
I'm looking forward to this new album. I hope he comes out with a hip hop album next. I think he can do
He
whatever.
might.
I think he can do whatever he wants to do.
Both these rascals can do whatever they want to do.
They can. And I'll tell you this: both of them, Morgan Wallen has always been a good singer. Mm-hmm. He has found like his comfort zone. And he sounds better now, even better now. Like you talked about, more clean, more crisp.
Yeah.
Hardy sounds better now than he did even a year ago. Just everything. He just sounds better. He's more confident, I think. He just sounds better.
Well,
Hardy,
definitely.
He's my favorite artist that's come along in like the last 15 years, probably.
Ooh. Well, actually, yeah, that's fair to say. Well, wait a minute, 15. Let's see. I was 42, 27. Eric Church came out when. So, yeah. But Eric Church has definitely influenced these two as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because Eric Church, to me, is a country music singer, but he too he pulls in some of those Southern rock songs, like Outsiders, for sure. God, what is it? He's singing with that woman. Oh gosh, drive me nuts.
The one about
It's not like Jesus. No,
Kill
it's
a Word.
Not Kill a Word. Oh, it's right there on the tip of my tongue. I'll think of it here in a minute. But I can see him singing it.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Keep talking, I'll find it.
So you mentioned Eric Church, just for you viewers out there that might not know us and where we live. Eric Church grew up about 40 minutes up the road from us, so we are huge fans of Eric Church. I was saying Hardy, just like last 15 years, there's been a lot of good people that's come out, and I'm a fan of a lot of music. I listen to all genres, a lot of music, but I just think like.
That's damn rock and roll. That's
yeah.
My wife loves that song.
He's the first person that's come out in a long time. And Morgan Wallen falls in this category too, where I truly look forward to hearing what comes next because I know I'm gonna like it, and I know it's gonna like change me somehow. Because I'm telling you right now, when I first started listening to Hardy, it was like